Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 33. Please subscribe. Today's lesson is there is another way of looking at the world. And I had said that, we're in this progression of lessons that's really undoing how we have been seeing the world. 31, I'm not a victim of the world I see. 32, I have invented the world I see. Today, there's another way of looking at the world. We could add in there that I see. And all three lessons have mentioned that we want to revise or escape how we look at both our inner world and our outer world, which are actually all the same thing. We've been looking at our existence, our world, through a limited mind. As I mentioned yesterday, we talked about limited minds. We want to get to the point where our mind is unlimited, because the limited mind is keeping us in a closed space and seeing everything through closed eyes, really. We're not really seeing anything at all. We have no vision at all. If we had vision, if we were using Christ's vision to look at this world, we indeed would see that there is another way. There's another way of looking at this world. This world is not really meant to be this dark and scary place that it appears to be for us. And again, I invented the world I see, so I certainly can change that. There is another way of looking at this world when I realize I can actually do that. Now, another thing about today's lesson is in the United States, if you started your lessons on January 1st, didn't have to, don't worry about that. But if you did, today is February 2nd. February 2nd is Groundhog Day, and one of my favorite movies is Groundhog Day. Now, that movie can be looked at as just a wonderful tour de force for Bill Murray, or a rom-com. But it also can be seen as this spiritual movie that it truly is. And when I first saw it and realized this is A Course in Miracles, then I wondered, were the script writers course students? I don't know. They could have been. But the movie is really all about that the main character has to find another way of looking at his world, because otherwise he is repeating the same day over and over again. I'm going to revise that hamster wheel from a few days ago. That's what he is on. That's what we are on if I don't bring the component of vision into my world. I'm just going to be seeing and doing the same thing over and over and over. Get up, have coffee, take a shower, get dressed, go to work. Get up, have coffee, take a shower, go to the doctor's. Get up, take a shower, call someone on the phone. Over and over again, doing the same thing, and of course, expecting a different result, which we know is the definition of insanity. What changes the character's world in the movie is the realization that love has been missing. Unconditional love. He'd been going through his script all about what was in it for him, with no consideration about his brother, no consideration about anything except what he wanted. If that's what we're doing, with no consideration for the rest of the sonship for our brother, then our days, our world are just going to be in that hamster wheel, around and around, with nothing really changing. Tomorrow's lesson is going to help us see one of the components that will help us to know that there is another way of looking at this world. Now, the practicing for today is a full 5 minutes, and glance about us casually at the world as we perceive it, the outside world. Close your eyes, survey your inner thoughts with equal casualness, and try to remain equally uninvolved in both. Maintain detachment as you repeat the idea throughout the day. There's another way of looking at this world. There's another way of looking at this world. And of course, as the Course tells us, if in any moment we're disturbed by anything or distressed by anything, immediately shift our mind to say, there is another way of looking at this. I don't know all the different ways, and I don't even need the answer. But when I say there is another way of looking at this, I am releasing my attachment to how I think it should be. And that's all I need to do right now. Release my attachments. There's another way of looking at this. I don't know what it is right now. But as long as I have the awareness in my mind that it can be opened to the answer, now I have taken that first step towards the answer coming to me, that it will dawn upon my mind. So, Groundhog Day, over and over again, same thing. Or there's another way of looking at this, and wait for the answer to come to us. As long as we are willing, love that word, as long as we are willing, then we know that the answer will indeed be given, because it always is. And that's it for today. I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment. Please go watch the movie if you've never seen it, and you'll go, oh, it's A Course in Miracles, and it's enjoyable as well. So like, share, subscribe, smile, take in a really deep breath, and release, knowing that there's another way of looking at this world, and pray for that awareness to be as soon as possible. Namaste.